You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
It's simply amazing. I've seen personally a pretty big backlash on Infowars.com and on comments on YouTube on my video. There was a clip of the live show yesterday, just 5 minutes long, where I ask, is the word thug the new N-word? And I show the history of the Thuggy being a 1,000+ year criminal gang cult from the Middle East all the way into India that murdered an estimated 2 million people. And so any group of organized crime thugs that are kind of low level and dastardly are called thugs. But now, a councilman from Baltimore, Maryland, different people on the Tonight Show, sports figures, you name it, are saying it's the new N-word to call people attacking firefighters and burning down buildings and chopping fire hoses when firefighters risk their lives and throwing rocks at citizens and attacking reporters because they're white, that if you call them a thug, you're racist. And the vitriol. Why not? How about if I call someone a criminal, then I'm racist? I mean, this is about controlling language and brainwashing the public. Steve Watson wrote an article about the little video segment that we had during the radio show yesterday. And probably about a third of the people commenting are like, I used to like you, but you're just a racist. I mean, you can see how they're invoking race war in this country. And we've now got the National Guard saying, this is not martial law. When there's a nighttime curfew for everybody and they're attacking reporters and there's troops all over the streets, that's called martial law when regular liberties are suspended. But, of course, they don't call it martial law. They call it a state of emergency. General Commanding National Guard in Baltimore, this is not martial law. So we have got so much news after the break on that front. But, man, political correctness is simply wild. You've got Obama calling them thugs. You've got all these black leaders calling them thugs. But if you call the predominantly black mobs out looting and stuff, two wrongs don't make a right. Even if the cops killing the guy are in the wrong, we don't know. What does attacking an RT reporter who's a woman from Russia do? What does attacking an Al Jazeera camera crew do? Or it's ridiculous. I mean, you attack some Irish guy, who, some Patty who just, was wandering around. I mean, this is the type of political correctness gone insane where people can commit all sorts of incredible criminal acts and say it's okay because I'm an oppressed group. There's an attack on language, ladies and gentlemen, that is insane, where you're supposed to take offense from brown bags in Seattle. Brown bags were never a symbol of racism. They just make things racist to control reality. Like the term Patty. Patty just means St. Patrick's. I mean, I'm part Patty. I can say it all I want. But who cares? Notice, though, Howard Stern and others that are liberal, I'm not attacking Howard Stern. The point is they're allowed to do anything they want. But if someone libertarian or conservative does anything, we get crucified. This is about bullying and selective control. This is what the poverty pimps and the race pimps are pushing, period. And what Obama and the Justice Department stirring this up and playing both sides are doing is diverting from the headline on DrudgeReport.com right now. 16%, CNS News, of Baltimore public school 8th graders proficient in reading. Schools spend $17,000+ per student, one of the highest averages in the country. People always say, oh, the disadvantaged are being cheated on money. Really? Doesn't matter how much money you throw at it. If you don't have a family unit, you don't have a future. I don't care what color you are. So this is the Great Society writ large, and now the war on the family only intensifies. The economy grew at only 0.2%. That's with Cook numbers. I've talked to a lot of top economists like Dr. Paul Greg Roberts and others. We actually have a negative growth rate. That's called depression when you have it for 3 quarters.
The Reporters Committee for Freedom of the Press and 8 news media organizations have formed a coalition to demand that a federal court in North Carolina unseal a sentencing memorandum and related letters in the case of David Petraeus. The court document says the public has an especially strong interest in obtaining a full understanding. But what did Petraeus leak? 7 black books. They contained classified information regarding the identities of covert officers, war strategy, intelligence capabilities, quotes, and deliberative discussions from high-level National Security Council meetings. But compare Petraeus' punishment to what John Kiriakou, a CIA officer who exposed the CIA's illegal torture program, got. The whistleblower got 2 years in jail for exposing government crime. But the general, who exposed information that really could have hurt national security, got a fine equivalent to 75% of what he gets paid for a single speech. And not 2 years in prison, but 2 years probation. For Infowars.com and Prison Planet TV, I'm David Knight.
Introducing Secret 12, the new InfoWars Life vitamin B12 formulation. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin. Secret 12 is simply taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
I want more candy. I want more video games. Line.
And it's that type of behavior that spurred me to do the research to develop a true nutraceutical formula that was designed to smooth out and help children focus. All of our children are hit with modern mind control. Television, music, fast food, GMOs, sugars, you name it. Young humans have not yet developed their nervous system and are being hammered daily by globalist concoctions. It's no wonder they can't focus and calm down and then are put on dangerous psychotropic drugs. Working with my team, we set out to find the best formula with the highest quality ingredients that children would actually like and take. We worked with the leading manufacturer in nutritional supplements that are safe for children to bring you the most affordable and powerful calming formula out there. Introducing Child Ease with herbs and calming extracts like chamomile and lemon balm and essential nutrients that taste great. Obtain your Child Ease today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's Child Ease exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com.
As a community moves towards despotism, respect is restricted to fewer people.
That's veteran Denver police officer Charles Jones IV smashing an unarmed suspect in the face 6 times.
Officers accused of using excessive force on a suspect and then trying to erase the evidence.
I'm observing what they're doing and they're arresting me. I don't understand what's going on.
A community rates low on an information scale when the press, radio, and other channels of communication are controlled by only a few people.
Does it raise ethical questions about the use of government money to produce stories about the government that wind up being aired with no disclosure that they were produced by the government?
How can you ask such a question?
What difference at this point does it make?
When a competent observer looks for signs of despotism in the community, he looks beyond fine words and noble phrases.
There are actions I have the legal authority to take as president that will help make our immigration system more fair and more just. Tonight, I'm announcing those actions.
What I say goes, see? I'm the law around here.
We came, we saw, he died.
Yes, in modern warfare, our military leaders are finding that words and ideas are highly effective weapons.
We just have to be repetitive about this. We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way.
We are trained to deceive if we have to. You really don't have to trust me. You shouldn't trust me. In fact, by my actually participating in that, I will taint the news.
In communities of this kind, despotism stands a good chance.
The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Okay, Ms. Hughes, well, we're going to do everything we can to help you.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's the Alex Jones Show, because there is a war on for your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live, and we are broadcasting worldwide on this Wednesday, the 29th day already of April, 2015. The amount of vital news is continuing to only intensify as the global acceleration towards multiple singularities crystallizes. BBC headline, huge news. U.S. economic growth slows to 0.2%. That's with cooked numbers. We're talking 2-3% implosion rate with QE Unlimited still taking place at the private run-for-profit central bank. We're going to get into martial law exercise, Texas jittery over U.S. military drills. Jade Helm 15 looks more like an exercise in the imposition of martial law, said one veteran. And Texas Governor Greg Abbott tweeted to his credit that they are going to be looking out for the rights of citizens and sovereignty. They're going to have the Texas State Guard and the state police monitoring the feds. You can read his full tweet in that article. We also wrote an article last night for Infowars.com with his tweet, but here it is. I've ordered the Texas State Guard to monitor Jade Helm 15 to safeguard Texas constitutional rights, private property, and civil liberties. And I can tell you, the Texas State Guard is full of the most hardcore pro-America, pro-Texas patriots out there. It is a wonderful organization. I happen to have met the governor when he was Attorney General years ago. I happen to know somewhat his chief of staff. I happen to know multiple billionaires that know the governor very well and have had dinner with him, and he stayed at their house. And they tell me he knows exactly what's going on. In fact, I talked about that movie that I was involved in being produced in the whole Chuck Norris constellation and being directed by Chuck Norris's son. We're going to get this particular Texas businessman on. And I was filled in on a lot of stuff about the governor there. Very, very exciting. When I knew Greg Abbott was good, fighting the carbon taxes, fighting the open borders as Attorney General. He's got scores of lawsuits that are actually having success. He's spurring lawsuits against the imposition of martial law to open the borders. I mean, he's just, compared to Rick Perry, it's night and day. Rick Perry compared to Obama, night and day. Greg Abbott compared to Rick Perry, night and day. I mean, people love gimmicks. How about we have a handicapped... he's not a quadriplegic. He's paralyzed from the chest down. What's that?
Paraplegic.
Paraplegic, that's right. A tree fell on him when he was out jogging once. Talk about bad luck. But I know folks that know him well. I know people that have worked for him before he was even in government. I've got a lot of angles on Greg Abbott, and he is, like, super good. Super good. And that's kind of a bad thing to put out there because the establishment obviously knows that. There's not any dirt they've got on him. And they just absolutely hate his guts. They absolutely hate his guts. But now the Texas governor, the same Attorney General that tried to stop the TSA groping in Texas, and then Obama threatened an air blockade, you can't make that up, is now worried about Jade Helm. Because you got to be. The military federally is being directed to train to take on veterans, libertarians, conservatives, and gun owners. That's on record. I don't care if you get an Army lieutenant colonel up there to tell us it's not happening, we know. And, of course, they're going to have PR events with legitimate training to make us look discredited. That's part of the PSYOP. People see through it. And we're here to make sure you don't condition the public to accept it. So I'll be detailing that more. We're going to talk to Joe Biggs from Baltimore, Maryland here in a moment on this and what they witnessed last night, the tear gas, the rubber bullets, the military disappearing people, snatch and grabs that were caught on tape.